Let's start from here. So we are going to practice working through problems while speaking aloud. I haven't done this in a long time. And I'm a little bit rusty, and I'm also very distracted and very tired. So no time like right now. Perfection is not something I'm going to hold out for. So let's do it. We're going to start right here. Go right to the first one, not even worry what it says. We're brand new HackerRank account. So this will be just like an interview. So let's see how we go. So multiples of 3 or 5. If we list all the natural numbers below 10 that are multiples of 3 or 5, we get 3, 5, 6, and 9. The sum of these multiples is 23. Finish the solution so that it returns the sum of all the multiples of 3 or 5 below the number passed in. Additionally, if the number is negative, return 0. And if the number is a multiple of 3 and 5, count it once. This smells a lot like FizzBuzz. Let's see. If we run the test, let's see, this is running solution n and trying 10 to, wait, oh, so it's trying 10. Oh, so here, this is sort of the basic test here, the numbers below 10, multiples 3, 5, this, we should get 23. So let's just start. We are red, we know the tests don't work. If we return 23, try it again, we know that the tests do work. Now, of course, this test is not real flexible. So red, green, and then refactor, right? So instead of just hard coding this in here, and instead of using the word number, which is a reserved word, we're going to use max. So we are going to replace this hard-coded value with some logic. So list the numbers 1 to 10. So we're going to have to count up. So let's just start there. See if we can get some logging too. So I'll say let's start with the natural numbers, which means start at 1. Let's just loop through this while I is less than max and see what happens. If we can log this, see if we can see the output. I don't know if we can. Command, boom. We cannot see the output. Okay. I like to log, but that's okay. We can do command, there we go. So we can command I to toggle between these, command apostrophe to run the tests. So we can't see that, that's all right. So it's sort of like FizzBuzz, like I said. As we go through, we need to check each number and say, is multiple of 3 and we can say, is it a multiple of 5? Both. So if it is any of these, then we are going to add it to our sum. So we'll also need a total here. Sum, we'll do result. Start at 0. Well, here. Return the results. Let's just run that to make sure that we don't have any syntax errors yet. Nope, yet. Now, we get, okay. So if the number is this or this, we're going to add it to our result. So if it's multiple here, add to result. We'll do the code anyway. Result plus equals I. So if is multiple of 3, or, oh, that's Python, or is multiple of 5. So if it meets either of these conditions, add it to the result. Now this isn't going to be happy because those don't exist. So let's see. Say, oh no, is multiple of 3 is not defined. Well, let's define that. Const is multiple of I'm going to curry this, so we're going to pass in a number, and then we're going to return a function that's going to be to see if this is a multiple of said function, right? So return, oh, I didn't do that right, equals that, equals test value. So return is the test value mod num equal to 0. So that'll say whether it's a multiple of whatever number we pass in. So now we can reuse this. Const is multiple of 3. And we have another one for 5. Now these are maybe, let's try it. Let's see if we're on the right track before we get crazy with it. Yay, it works. So this is maybe overly abstracted because this is such a simple thing. We could just put that mod logic in both places. But this will sort of future-proof this, because right now the business logic is it a multiple of blah? And so it's really simple to do, but if the logic changes, whether it's in here or if it's maybe just for multiples of 5 or whatever it is, if and when this requirement changes here, the outer logic here that's summing everything is insulated from those changes. So just sort of not over engineering, but future proofing a bit. So double check, everything's good here. So if it's 3 and 5, only count it once. So here it's saying, is it 3 or is it 5? Either one of those that's true, it'll bail out of there. So that is fine. And the other requirement, if the number is negative, return 0. So I'm just going to copy this, and we'll just say for negative returns 0. So we're going to pass in negative 99, and we should get 0. Let's see. Oh, wow, we kind of accidentally already did that. Well, isn't that happy? So, if the result was, that's kind of just a gimme because we happen to already put the result in there. But if the result were, I don't know, if we had written this differently, like if max is less than 0, return, I don't know, -1 or something silly like that. If the logic branched there based on that max, we would have had something different. But that ended up being sort of a gimme because we initialized the test with, I guess we just ran everything. We initialized the test with a result of 0, and that just was pleasant. So apparently I just ran all the tests, and it did 111 tests and random stuff, and they all look happy. So we have passed the test. That's it. Now we could probably get crazy and put something in here and I don't know, do some sort of mapping or like a reduce function. But I think that this is very clear and solves the problem, and it's ready for expansion in the future as requirements change. So we can go to Vim mode next time. So impressive, blah, blah, blah. Let's just submit. Wait, yeah. We're submitting. All right, I should say the point of this is not just to talk while I'm coding, it's to practice live coding interview challenges. So I should be showing my thought process more than just talking about the code. So look at this, pretty common. This is the same sort of thing that we did. However, the logic here is baked in. So not quite as, if they want to change the rules a little bit, they got to dig into the aggregate part of it rather than just these 2 bits of logic. And honestly, it looks like it's less clear what that's saying to me. But that's all right. Where's my solution? Mine. Yeah, here's where they just do stupid shit. That's illegible. You wouldn't actually read that. Plus, it's so expensive to do it like that. So yeah, I thought ours was pretty good. We did a little bit of currying and yeah, nice. Anyway, that's it. Let's stop this. Goodbye.